Listen up, you buff forces. I've got 7 questions that you need to answer by getting behind the wheel of some of the most iconic cars the world has ever seen.
Hey guys, it's been a while. I don't work at Donut anymore, and I haven't for a while.
Every Gymkhana driver gets a dope machine, and you will get yours. But first, you're gonna have to get to the end.
Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. So I was born with a tinfoil hat. Yes, it's true. I have to admit it. I've always been into conspiracy theories and I've always liked a little bit of mystery. So when I heard that KTM has filed for bankruptcy just mere days after featuring on the Crew MotorFest, it made me scratch my chin. I was like, what's happening? This is becoming a bit of a regular theme. So today's video is the Crew MotorFest cursed? Is it cursed? Are these companies getting the Crew curse?
Disclaimer, I don't actually think that curses exist, so this is just a light bit of satire. Must warn you before you go on.
It's been a while. I don't work at Donut anymore, and I haven't for a while.
Donut Media, you may have watched them, you may have seen them, but they featured in this game since the release. So Donut Media, if you don't know too much, they are a YouTube channel, a big behemoth in all motoring on the YouTube sphere. And they started and were founded in 2015 by Ben Conrad and Nick McCary. Donut Media's popularity soared in 2016 with the release of 2 Grannies and 1 Lamborghini, which got 10.5 million views, solidifying their popularity and keeping them on the platform. In 2017, a new series came out. This was called Up to Speed and it was hosted by James Pumphrey, who quickly became a favourite of the channel. This with Nolan's Wheelhouse and Jeremiah's Bumper to Bumper. These people become very likeable. They were very friendly, they were very fun, they were great faces for the platform. With series like High Low, James and Nolan become the face of the company. The two had a natural chemistry and they were extremely funny and likeable. So fast forward to 2020, Dirt 5 comes a-knocking, and this becomes the first of many gaming features. Wait, are they gonna narrate all the time I go into menus? Oh, that's gonna get really irritating.
Yeah, that's the one. Okay.
Jesus Christ, could you stop talking? I'm trying to look at the cars. Oh my god. Oh, Donut Boys, my god, stop. Whether we like it or not, I guess. Donut also featured in Forza Horizon 5, bringing their high-low cars to the game, as well as a few other cars. But then, they came to the Crew MotorFest, and they had a whole playlist for them. I'm gonna say it, I think the playlist was actually really good. They gave us the ability to pick between cars to go against each other. I thought it was a solid playlist. The vanities were good, the car they brought in was good. I think it was a welcome feature into the game, and I thought that Donut would have been unstoppable. I genuinely thought they were going to take over the world. I thought they were going to feature in every single car game that was going to come out. Until...
Oh, hey, that's right. We're leaving Donut. We're starting our own channel, our very own channel. And this is it. Big time. This is our first video. So welcome.
It's been a while. I don't work at Donut anymore, and I haven't for a while. I wasn't allowed to talk about it, but now I am. Most of you have probably already guessed that, but it is official. From the mouth of me, I don't work at Donut Media anymore, and I started a new channel, this one. It's called Speed with 3 E's. Welcome to Speed.
2024 hit and many members left, starting with Jeremiah and Zach leaving in June of 2024 to start their new channel, Big Time. And then in August of 2024, James Pumphrey finally announced his departure from Donut. The face of Donut is now left. Donut Media was sold in November 2021 by a corporate company. Usually when this happens, workplaces become very difficult and a lot more of the freedom to make your own content, it kind of diminishes, it kind of disappears. I would imagine a lot of this is the reason why most of these creators and presenters left the show. The Crew MotorFest was one of the last games that Donut actually featured in. However, the channel is still up, it's still active, however, it's not to the same level, it's not quite the same popularity as what it once was, which is really sad, but I hope all of the presenters and I hope the channel thrives and I hope it carries on the way it once did. Yep, on to our next one.
Every Gymkhana driver gets a dope machine, and you will get yours. But first, you're gonna have to get to the end of this.
Our next cursed brand is Hoonigan, taken from the Australian slang for going fast, hoon, and this company started showing up in 2008 in Ken Block's Gymkhana videos. However, the racing division was founded by Ken Block in 2010, with the actual brand coming out in 2011, founded by Ken Block and Brian Scotto. When I think of the 2010s, I always think about cars with stickers, sticker-bombed cars, and the two main stickers I always saw were Monster Energy and Hoonigan. They were on every modified car, I swear. Hoonigan were one of those companies that thought outside the box, especially with their driving videos with Ken Block. What a talent, and God rest that soul, what a man. Rest in peace, Ken. But this company, they made merchandise, apparel, so they were a huge company, they were unstoppable and you saw them everywhere. Hoonigan branded cars started appearing in the Forza series, from the Forza Horizon 3 to Forza Motorsport 7, and then later going on to be featured in Forza Horizon 4, 5, Need for Speed 2015, the Dirt series, as well as CSR2. While this doesn't mean that Hoonigan actually appeared in the games, it was more so Ken Block in his cars, the brand was very prominent and it was clear to see the brand on the cars. Ken Block wasn't just a rally driver, he wasn't just the guy who was incredible at Gymkhana, he also loved his action sports. Ken Block originally liked skateboarding, snowboarding and motocross. He also competed in these classes, but he also loved snowmobiles. Ken Block loved his snowmobiles, and unfortunately on January the 2nd, 2023, he would lose his life at the age of 55 in Utah on his snowmobile. He left behind a wife and a daughter and millions and millions of fans. It was a sad day when it all transpired, and it broke the hearts of many petrol heads around the world. A lot of people say that Hoonigan died that day with Ken Block. However, later on down the line, the Crew MotorFest come knocking, and as of December the 6th, for the kickoff of Season 2, Hoonigan was in the game. Not only in the game, but Brian Scotto came into the game and he appeared with his beautiful listed cars. We had his beautiful 911 and the incredible Audi Coupe. This thing is one of my favourite tier 2 cars. I cannot get out of this thing. It's so good. And like Donut, they had a great playlist. This playlist was mega. I really enjoyed it. It was one of the highlights from that season. I thought all was looking good. Everything after Ken was seeming okay for Hoonigan, but then September the 10th, 2024, Hoonigan filed for bankruptcy with over £1 billion in debt, which is absolutely insane.
Did it, and it was amazing. It was so much fun. All the different eras of this brand, from the Gymkhana films to the early daily transmission days to the events. the whole part of it, it has been just the absolute best trip.
While Scotto hasn't fully left the company, he has stepped down from his full-time role to a part-time role, which is really sad. I really hope that Hoonigan can bounce back one day, because they were such a dedicated team, they were great fun, and I think all of us as teens, or even younger, watched Gymkhana videos and Hoonigan was pushed in our face, so it was a brand we always saw. It's really sad. With MotorFest being one of the last games Hoonigan featured in, will we ever see this appear in other car games? Well, with Ken Block having such a mark in the motorsport legacy in history, I think we will be seeing Hoonigan and their stickers and their logo for time to come. I don't think it's the end of Hoonigan, and even if it is, the brand will always be on show through the legacy of Ken Block. Lastly, KTM. KTM had a summit week dedicated to them called MotorFest Selection KTM. But you're asking, who the heck is KTM? KTM's history stretches back to 1934 as an Austrian company. Must not make Austrian jokes from 1930. Ugh. The company was renowned for making motorcycles, but in 2008 they changed it. They flipped the script and added 2 more wheels and made a car called the KTM Expo, though apparently to their website it's pronounced crossbow. Have I been getting it wrong since 2008? Bloody hell. Being a track car, this featured in hundreds of car games. Making its debut in 2017 to MotoGP, this solidified the fact that KTM was a powerhouse. It was a force to be reckoned with. Or at least we thought it was. The Crew is the perfect game for KTM because they feature motorcycles and cars. So we had a plethora, a whole selection of their bikes and their expos in different variants. And it was like a match made in heaven, hand in hand together. So cute. Fast forward to November 2024 and KTM got a summit week of its own, which is perfect because they have some great vehicles in the game. But however, there was trouble lurking. There was big waves crashing in the distance. 10 days later, KTM filed for bankruptcy, which is crazy. The level of money they projected to be in debt with was just, it made my stomach shoot through my arse. It was horrendous. With a projected £3 billion in debt, that is just numbers that scare me. That's nightmare fuel. While these numbers are extremely big, KTM is still in business and it's making a resurrection process to address financial challenges, which is good stuff. You know, it's scary money, scary. But to know that they're still around and they're probably going to come out of this shining is pretty good news, because KTM is a big company and they make some incredible vehicles. But what do you think? What do you think of all of this crazy happenings? 3 different companies affected, and the last game they entered was the Crew MotorFest. Is this a cruel twist of fate? Is this a pure coincidence? Or is this the Crew's curse? Is it a curse, or is it a weird coincidence? Tinfoil hats at the ready. But thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a lovely day. My friends, you are lovely. Bye.
It's actually not cursed.